All right, we are live on the Minifan Show YouTube page. How's the hair looking? How's the facial hair looking, more importantly? I need to shade this. This is kind of growing in. Big show today. Steve got the living shit kicked out of him. Not something I enjoyed personally. I'm a Steve guy. So we're going to talk about that on Great Thinkers today. We're going to talk about, did we like the show specifically? Do we think it's one of the best shows to date? Just the fact that I'm teasing that, I think you think you know what I think. And then we're going to talk about, did Steve deserve to take the beating that he did based on, the fact that he didn't provide the audio today, which is kind of egregious, I know, and we'll talk about it. But either way, this is Great Thinkers. It's kind of like a pop-up show now. And yes, my kid's along for the ride, and the other one's there too. Riley, say hi. Say hi. Say hi. Say hi. Don't embarrass me. She's embarrassing me. All right, so my kid's embarrassing me, but Steve from Providence, not embarrassing me. TJ Hubbard, not embarrassing me. Patrick, not embarrassing me. Hold on. Chris from Wakefield, horrible camera, sort of embarrassing, but I think he'll make up for it. Guys,
light on?
Yeah, turn something on. You look like a fool. All right, and I don't. Okay, so today, in my opinion, the greatest show today. I'm doing something. Here's the water. Here's the water. Okay. Greatest show in the history of the Kirk Minihane Show, in my opinion. We're going to go around the room here. Steve from Providence, what do you think? Was this the best show to date for the Kirk Minihane Show?
Are you done yelling at your kids?
I'm done. I'm supporting.
I think as far as that was the best podcast that he's ever done, without a doubt.
Oh, thanks for elaborating. TJ, what did you think?
If it wasn't for Steve messing up today, then we don't get that show. So congrats, Steve. Oh, congratulations.
Patrick, what'd you think?
Job.
Best show to date? Oh, good. He's making really strong points right now. Chris from Wakefield, you're with us. What'd you think? Is that the best show?
Yeah, best show. I think we were in line for a great show anyways, based on if it was cut right with the reaction, but based on what happened, it's the best show he's done, period, ever. And I don't know who's worse of a father, you or DEC.
Well, my kid is eating and has water and their iPad, so she's occupied. The other one likes hanging out with you guys. So now that you lost my train of thought there, but I was going to put, if you're asking me on my top shows, maybe we'll go around and say our top three. And it's not because I was there, but I love Steve, my good man, even listening back to it. And that today reminded me of that. I don't know if you guys agree with that, but it kind of had like a similar feel where they just stayed on the same kind of joke theme the whole time. And it was just, to me, two of the funniest episodes. I think the funniest things I've ever consumed, like in general. So if you guys were to pick, could you relate another show to that today? Like, what do you guys think? Like, is Steve, my good man, the best comparison, Chris?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's just something that came about and was something that Kirk just took. And just think about it. If everyone doesn't give their phone numbers, this doesn't have the life that it does. So it's really great that everyone gave their phone numbers. I was pissed at a Google voice missed call, but it was just fantastic, just the way it evolved and that every single person was able to weigh in.
That's kind of a cool point because they took a bunch of phone numbers down to just potentially randomly call them, right, during the show. And then today, so many of them got to be a part of the show in kind of a bigger form than they probably would have, right? Well, that's kind of a cool thing.
Did you get a call? Kirk could have done this. A week ago, Kirk could have done this.
Moderator, I just passed it off to Steve. Shut your mouth. Steve, did you get a call today?
I did not get called today, but I will say that the only other two things that made me laugh as much as this was when Ben Robinson decided to chirp in about what he thought was good to listen to on the show. And when Kirk lost his mind about everyone at EEI, that stuff always entertains me. Also, Mike's stand-up made me want to crash my car this way to put me out of my misery because it was so uncomfortably bad.
What about you, TJ? What are the top? Well, two other shows that.
It's not. See, the thing is, with all the best shows, always involve and I hate to say it, always involved Steve Robinson. All the best shows. Either they're making fun of him or he said something, but they all do. And his gaffe today made one of the best shows.
Yeah. No,
So-
Patrick, what's your? Oh, Jesus, are you there?
I'm right here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's your audio. So what did you think? Let's get your thoughts on today because we didn't get it before. What were your thoughts on today?
So I'm like halfway through today, but these are like my favorite shows when it's something that's not planned at all. Like the Steve My Good Man episode is obviously probably my favorite episode, and it's always the ones that aren't planned and they just kind of get a bit and just run with that bit. And I love those ones. Like these random phone calls when they call in supermarkets in Wisconsin. I mean, in West Kentucky, wherever they were calling, West Virginia. And
West Virginia.
I love these random things. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I absolutely agree. So let's go back to the actual issue at hand, which provided the entertainment that we got, which was Steve didn't pull the audio from the Periscope yesterday. What do you guys think? Do you think that the fact that he didn't do it, does it deserve the amount of shit that he took on today's show, or do you think it should have been kind of more of a 30-minute thing and just kind of move on? Do you think he deserved the shit he got? Let's start with TJ this time. TJ. Hi, TJ.
Hey, how's it going?
Did you not hear me?
I can't. My ears aren't on. I don't know why I can't hear anybody.
We're gonna go to the next guy.
Yeah, go to
Patrick,
the next person.
Patrick, did you think that Steve deserved to take the amount of shit that he took today? Because it did actually. Kirk was really, really pissed.
I think Kirk was making a point, and he definitely deserved it. I don't know how you don't pull that audio. Dave Cullinane would have pulled that audio.
Let's not make this about me versus him. I just think, obviously, I think Kirk was pissed in the moment, and then he probably accentuated it to some degree. We all agree. We all talk to Steve on a regular basis, whether it's in the chat or whatever. He's doing a shitload of stuff on his own. It's sales, it's radio, it's traffic of when you read commercials and stuff like that. She doesn't understand. It's when you read commercials, it's prospecting advertisers, putting together a show. So you can see something like this kind of falling through. Yeah. What are you laughing at, people?
No, just I can hear Mike in the background too. Don't worry.
Oh, okay. All right. Chris, what were you gonna say? Okay. Were you trying to interrupt me? This is unbelievable. Steve, you're reliable.
This is great.
Steve, you are
Right on brand here, Dave. Right on brand.
Steve, you're
Listen,
reliable. Did you
this
think
is
that
the
it's the amount of
only thing I'll
you
say.
think he did it?
When it comes to Steve, I mean, the guy is not only the producer, he also is handling the building of the studio. He does the sales between Barstool and the show. He does a number of things. So, yes, the audio should have been pulled, but I mean, I think you got to give the guy a little bit of slack because of how much he does for the show. There seems to be an intern issue right now. If maybe
Yeah,
that
look at
intern
that.
is available, maybe he could have done it.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with it. I don't know what's up with the intern. I got a call from the other intern today because he has to help with Mike in the Minifans, and he wants to know how to use this system that we're using right now, which clearly with all the tech issues, I'm a master of. But tomorrow, what do we expect? We'll wrap it up there because it's almost at the 10-minute mark. We'll start with you, Patrick. What do you expect out of tomorrow's show?
I don't know. I haven't finished today's show. I've told you this 3 times.
All right,
I'm halfway through.
All right, dummy. TJ, what do you expect?
Today's show.
No, what do you expect for tomorrow?
What for tomorrow?
Yes.
I don't know.
You all right? Okay. Steve, what do you expect for tomorrow?
Well, Kirk seems to be tweeting a lot about the Boston Globe coverage, so I think tomorrow he's going to go heavy at the Globe.
Okay. And we got Patrick. Did I get your take? No, you haven't finished. All right, we got everybody's take. So thank you guys for
I
coming.
didn't really have a take.
Well, your takes would have been awful anyway. So, all right, thanks. For coming.
No, it would have been good.
This is great.
Next time.
We show up when we want. You guys always show up. So thanks for coming on. Bye.
See you, bud.
Thanks.